One of the biggest lies modern married couples believe is that their marriage will somehow survive on leftovers. Leftover time, leftover energy, leftover attention. And then couples sit in my office 10, 15, 25 years later, looking at each other like strangers, wondering what the heck happened to us. And here's the crazy part. A lot of the time, it wasn't some huge betrayal. There wasn't one catastrophic event. It wasn't one giant explosion. And they will tell me that on the very first call, just so you know, none of that happened to us. That's not our situation, right? There was just, when we get into it, no room left for the marriage. I had a couple in my office again 2 days ago that had been married for over 20 years. And they told me something that, can I be honest for a second, broke my heart a little for them. They said we can count on one hand the number of times that we've actually gone and done something, just the two of us. And that wasn't an exaggeration. 3 times. Not 3 times a year, not 3 times every season, not even 3 times in a decade. 3 times overall in their entire marriage. Yes, more than 20 years together. They had only intentionally made space for one another 3 times. Now, before you judge them, before you picture some terrible, disconnected, disgruntled couple, please understand something. This is way more common than people realize. You, watching this video right now, might be one of them. And for some, maybe it's not 3 times, maybe it's 5, maybe it's once every couple years. But the point still remains the same. Their marriage, your marriage, became the thing that got whatever scraps were left over after everybody else got fed first. The kids, the sports, the jobs, the church commitments, the friends, the boards that you are on, the volunteering, the hobbies, the endless activities. Everybody got a piece of them except for each other. And here's what we have to do sometimes. We need to be willing to, at least from time to time, uninvite people, uninvite your colleagues, uninvite the extended family, uninvite your friends, uninvite your children even. And obviously, depending on the age of your kids and what's appropriate, don't send CPS after me. Leave the kids with a responsible human and then go be together. But some couples are technically spending time together, but they're actually never alone together. It can't always be, oh, what are y'all doing this weekend? Oh, we're having 20 of my husband's favorite coworkers over for beer and s'mores in the backyard. That's a completely different kind of event. And listen, I'm not saying those things are bad. They are wonderful. But we gotta be able to be honest about what those events actually accomplish. They make your coworkers feel welcomed. They make them feel included, warm, loved, invited. That's awesome. But they do almost nothing for the actual connection in your marriage. And I think we have quietly normalized this in our marriages in this day and age. We have convinced ourselves that being busy means that we're being loving, that being overextended means that we're being responsible, that being constantly available to everyone and everything means that we're being good parents, good citizens of this world even. But somewhere along the line, we stopped protecting the relationship that holds the entire family together. And listen, I think part of this happened because many of us grew up feeling like our parents were not present. 40 years ago, our parents barely knew what was happening, where we were at, right? They missed our games, they missed all of the events, they were not emotionally engaged. They weren't looking for activities for us to do on Sunday afternoon or Saturday morning. A lot of us grew up with that feeling. We were on our own a lot. But now we swung all the way to the other side. We feel like we have to attend every single event. We have to be there for every single game, every tournament, every event, every social gathering, every single thing. And if we miss one, we feel guilty. And here's what nobody talks about is that some couples are slowly sacrificing their marriage on the altar of nonstop activity, and they don't even realize that they're doing it. So here's what I need you, the married couples, to understand. The greatest gift that you can give your kids is not 2 exhausted parents that are everywhere for everyone else. The greatest gift that you can give your kids is having a healthy relationship between their mom and dad, being emotionally connected, a stable marriage, a warm marriage, a marriage where the two people that are in it still actually like each other. That matters. That shapes kids. We forget that in order for you to be the greatest dad or the greatest mom of the year, you must have an awesome relationship with your spouse. Your kids benefit from that, from watching mom and dad actually enjoying each other, actually laughing together, actually connecting, taking time and saving some energy to protect the relationship. And I know this part can make some people uncomfortable, but I have to say it anyway. Some of you are filling every single hour of your life with things that leave absolutely nothing left for your spouse. And then you're confused why you feel so disconnected, why your person has no kind word left for you. You don't have margin, you don't have breathing room, you don't have protected time. And protected time, it matters because connection doesn't survive on accidental leftovers. You have to make room for it on purpose. And honestly, sometimes it means saying no to good things, not bad things, good things. And you know how many times people have looked at me like I was completely insane when I dared to suggest that they may need to spend less time on the golf course for a season, or maybe they're mountain biking with their buddies has got to get reduced to twice a month for a time. Or maybe you don't sign up for the next marathon at all this time around. People look at me like I just asked them to donate a kidney, but I'm serious. If your marriage has been starved, if it's starving and all of your energy is being consumed somewhere else, something has got to change. And listen carefully, I am not saying forever. I'm saying for a season. Because some couples keep waiting for life to magically slow down, and guess what? They're still waiting for it. And meanwhile, their marriage is quietly deteriorating in the background. And honestly, for a lot of couples, the 9 to 5 jobs, that's not even the biggest problem. That's not the part that we can always control. The better question is, what are you doing with the hours before 9 a.m. and with the hours after 5? What happens after work? What happens before the day even begins in your family? Because that is usually where the gold is. That's what we can control. That's what we can change. That's the part where we have to start being honest with ourselves. Are we scrolling? Are we avoiding each other? Are we working nonstop and extending the working hours until 10 or 11 p.m.? Are we distracting ourselves with other stuff? Are we filling every free second with noise or activity or obligations? Or are we intentionally making room for connection? Because here's the good news. This doesn't require some giant, impossible overhaul. This is where I teach couples something that I call the minimum viable protocol for their marriage. And no, you do not need to know business language for this. Here's all it means. What are the smallest, consistent things that the two of you are committing to protecting come hell or high water? This is happening. Not in a perfect way, not in an extravagant way, but consistently we're making this happen. What are the things that we're still doing, even during all the hard weeks, the busy weeks, the stressful weeks, right? Not vacation life, not fantasy life, not the magical week where the grandparents take the kids and everybody is rested and relaxed, right? The real life. What is the minimum viable protocol for those weeks? The teething season, the potty training season, the sports season, the busy work season, the travel season, the jet lag season, the stressful seasons. What are the things that you're still willing and able to protect there? Because strong, healthy marriages are built on consistent connection. You heard me. It's tiny things done over and over and over again. Maybe it's 20 minutes together every day after the kids go to bed, coffee together every Saturday morning, a walk around the block with the dog before you even pick up the kids. No phones in bed rule, we just cuddle. Checking in with each other every evening. One date night twice a month. Hugging when you come home. Saying hello when one of you walks through the door. Sitting outside together for 15 minutes before bed. It doesn't have to be fancy. It doesn't have to be extravagant. It just has to be protected. That's the difference. Because honestly, some couples don't need more love. They need more intentionality. because love without time eventually starts feeling like absence. Your marriage cannot survive on whatever scraps are left over after everybody else gets the best of you. And if you're sitting there realizing, oh my gosh, this is so us, I don't want you to panic. I do want you to notice it now, though, before resentment grows, before the distance becomes your new normal, before your entire relationship turns into logistics, schedules, bills, and kid coordination. Because it is so much easier to protect connection than it is to rebuild it after years of neglect. And honestly, if I ever sat down and made a list of 5 or 7 most important things that healthy and strong couples absolutely must get right, this would be near the very top. Because marriages usually don't drift all at once. They drift apart one overbooked week at a time, one exhausted season at a time, one will make time later at a time, until one day later finally comes and y'all's connection is completely done by then and you have to rebuild from scratch. So if this video hit home for you, don't just feel bad about it, do something about it. Look at your calendar, look at your week, look at your evenings, and ask yourselves honestly together, does our life actually reflect what we say matters to us? Because your marriage, it does not grow accidentally. It grows when you intentionally make room for it. Day after day, year after day, not year after day, year after year. And it's not the sexy solution, I get it. But this is the only way to get it done. There is no other way. Let this be your wake-up call.